Mogulvations with LaNée Javet, CEO and founder of Cosire.com. Today I'm going to be speaking with Mr. Ken Wiggins. You may not have heard of him yet, but you definitely will. Thank you so much for joining me this morning, Ken. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. Thank you for having me.
I'm so glad to have you on this morning. I've been watching you, watching your journey, watching you get to this point. Tell people who you are and what is so special about this week.
Oh, my name is Kenneth Wiggins, and I launched Black Stock on Monday, which was August 3rd.
And so, what is it that Blackstock does? What do you do?
Black Stock is it's a new stock photography resource that features and highlights Black culture and life.
And why is that important? I know why it's important, but I want you to tell the people why it's important.
Well, I'm a web designer primarily, and I was working on a client project and just browsing around different sites trying to find images that kind of spoke to me and the brand that I was working on. Just didn't happen. I found a couple of images, but I can say it was probably like five that were really solid that made me say, okay, yes, this works, this fits. And then I took that frustration and just did a post on Instagram and asked some photographers if they wanted to build a resource. So I kind of gauged the response from that one post, and so like the desire and need and the want for a site like this. And after that, I just pretty much hit the ground running and started planning, building, coding, and ended up shooting as well. And then here we are with Black Sock.
Awesome. So I actually got a chance to go on the website. A couple of things. One, I do have a website. I have Cosire.com. And so I'm always looking for photography, for photos, for images that represent us as Black people. And it's very hard to find. You get to go into, I won't name any of those other websites, but you go on those other stock image sites and they all have the same Black photos. So,
Mm-hmm.
we're all sharing basically the same stock photos. So what I found
Yeah, that
interesting,
was.
go ahead.
I'm sorry. That was a couple of conversations I've had like that where, like in my case, you find one model that was really, really good. So you kind of try to look for more of them
Hmm.
instead of having like a really solid variety of uh, models, scenarios, things like that. And just gauging people's feedback and their thoughts and why they aren't able to find what they need because there are so many other sites out there. It's just really interesting to see their thoughts. And I'm just like, okay, we could find something to help you out with this.
Absolutely, absolutely. That's what I found interesting about your site. I did actually get a chance to go and look at it this week. First of all, before we even get any further, congratulations on the launch. We're going to talk about how what it takes to actually get a site up and running and what it takes
Thank
to
you.
launch a site. But I did get a chance to go onto the site. I did get to look at some of the images. I was intrigued by them. I did find images that I could work with. You have a nice variety. I saw the technology. I saw some, I think you had maybe even some Greek. You had some young people. I mean, it was a nice variety of images. So my question is, did you shoot all those images? Do you have photographers that are working with
No,
you?
no. I have about five or so contributors that kind of help me go through the pre-beta testing. So looking for contributors. Do you want to help me test out the system? You can submit. Whatever you submit kind of like stays there. And then just getting their feedback on the submission process. Do you find it easy? I know early on I had version of contributing where they actually sized down all the images and uploaded them. But with feedback, I kind of saw that that was a bit much to upload five different sizes to the site after shooting and editing. So I kind of just took that feedback and simplified that. So they were a huge part in helping the contributing side and getting the starting collection going.
Okay, and so you are still. Are you? Did you say you are still looking for contributors?
Yeah, definitely. I had a few submissions come in this week already. So I'm reviewing the portfolios and looking at their work, and I'm probably going to start reaching out like early next week because there are still some things on the back end and that I have to work on.
Awesome. Okay, so You got started because so you are a graphic designer at heart. That's how you got into this industry per se.
Mm-hmm.
And
Website designer.
okay, and then so you saw that there was a need for representation of African Americans or Black people, shall we say, in the image stock photo sector, and so you decided to jump on that. Basically, you saw a need and you said,
Definitely.
I'm going to
Yeah.
create a company for this." So, what was that process like? What was it like to find something that you're passionate about, see the need, and then go out and create something in that space?
Um,
How long did it
the
take?
motivation, of course, was pretty. Uh, I finished building maybe like the night before launch, so I would say a good even 4 months.
Okay, that's not bad.
And a lot of the process, yeah. But a lot of the process, I just apply because in my normal work, we always sit down, have a kickoff meeting where we gather requirements with stakeholders, um, figure out the needs, the wants of the audience, come up with the solutions and the most simple way to provide that solution. And one of the things that I thought about while I was planning everything is like I don't want people to come to the site and be confused and not know what to do, or find what it is that they're looking for outside of the collection because that is still growing. So from a platform standpoint, lots of sketches, whiteboarding sessions, uh, feedback from friends, contributors, and just gathering all that feedback and just seeing, okay, do you guys think I'm headed down the right path? What do you think? Should I do this? Should I do that? And I bug my friends all the time, like, okay, I need your input on this thing. You gotta just give me your honest opinion. If it doesn't work, if it's ugly, like you don't like this, you don't like that, just let me know. And that's kind of how I just fine tuned everything. The live version is the third version that I've had to build from scratch because my computer crashed and both my computers crashed and I had to start all over. But thank goodness I had a backup that I could start from in the midpoint. But yeah, just a lot of planning and web design is my thing, so I enjoyed it. So it's on day out and yeah, that was pretty much it.
Nice. So having a team. So do you actually have a team, or do you just have the people that you went to for support? Are they on your team, or did you create it yourself, but you had advisors per se? How did that? What did you do? Do you have a
Yeah,
team?
it was mainly support from friends, my mom, family, um, and the advisory side from when like talking to the contributors who help pretty much fine tune the system and give me advice on okay, this is cool, this sounds great. Um, but outside of that, like building and designing the site, that was all me.
That was all you. And so then, did you bootstrap this project? Did you do you have any financiers, or did excuse me? Did you take out any loan? How did you finance the project?
So everything was built out of pocket, like savings from my previous position because I just started freelancing full time at the start of January. So I just kind of dove off a cliff and crossed my fingers on the way down.
Man, that is so exciting. You know, we talk a lot. I'm a big, not even big, I'm a huge advocate, I would say, on entrepreneurship in the Black community. I'm
Mm-hmm.
huge on economic empowerment. Like, that's, if somebody asks me, you know, my core, economic empowerment, the Black family, those are the two things that I push a lot. And I feel as if the best way for us to take control of our money, of the trillions of dollars that we have at our disposal is to empower our Black businesses in our community. So I want to commend you for taking that jump, for leaping out there and taking your destiny into your own hands and saying,
Thank
I'm going
you.
to work for myself. I'm going to create something. And not just something, but this is huge. I've been thinking about and wanting. I'm like, man, I wish there was somebody that did have Black stock. I can't create every business in the world, so I'm glad you created something that I can utilize because I have a Black site. So when I want to show a picture holding the hand of an iPhone, I want it to be a Black hand. Right? And I saw you
I
had that.
definitely
I
know
saw
that.
that.
Yeah, yeah. I have a couple of mobile phone and tablet shots coming up. I just have to like sit down and get the editing.
Right? So when you started out freelance, was it important for you? Like, tell me about business ownership. Have you always thought that you would own your own business? Did you think that this is where you'd be today?
Yeah, definitely. My mom tells me all the time how when I was little, I was always the CEO that's going to have his clear office with the windows. And then I participated in a young entrepreneurship program in junior high school that kind of like blew into the flames that had already started. And then after that, it was just kind of trial and error. Trying to decide if it doesn't work, okay, I'll take what I learned from that and apply it to the next one, and so on and so on. So a lot of my process went into building and creating Blackstock. Just lessons learned and making sure I don't do this or making sure I take care of this and just crossing T's and dotting I's really.
Right. So what would you say was your biggest lesson learned on this journey? And wait. Let me back up one sec. How long have you been a freelancer? How long have you been an entrepreneur? Let's start there.
Um, ooh. Well, full time, it's only been a couple of months, but it's been off and on since like school days
Okay.
when they used to send out freelance and project lists. Because I went to art school, so they had a mail list that they sent out, like people who needing this or that. So I would say probably since about 2006 ish, somewhere around there.
Okay.
So I'm just
So,
off and on trying different things.
so full time, living off of what you catch, basically, just a couple of months,
Mm-hmm.
but on and off, a little less than 10 years. No,
Mm-hmm.
a little more than 10 years. Okay,
No,
a little more than 10 years, because 2006, 2015. So right under 10 years. Now, my next question is, how old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm 28.
Okay, so you still got a lot of time to build your empire. All
Yeah.
right, so now we have some perspective. You're 28. You've been a full-time entrepreneur for a couple of months. What were some of your lessons learned in this project?
um, don't complain. Because I know, like I have issues with certain things and getting frustrated. But the one thing that I did was just stop complaining, um, and just kind of hit the ground running. And a lot of it is pretty much based off of kind of pushing myself and telling myself, you can do this, just do it, just do it. Because I think about going back to the workforce and, just living the easy life. But the workforce wasn't for me. So now it's just trying to make sure I can do what I do and still be able to support myself, like pay bills and all that other stuff, because that's the main thing that's important. But to also keep myself motivated, and a lot of like my surroundings are like people just pushing me every day, constantly. Uh, like you got this, do it. Because I've had plenty of nights where I've been up since dawn,
Mm-hmm.
and I saw sunset happen, and I see the sun come up again. Um, but just that push from others and like even myself, um, that's like the biggest thing that really helped me out.
So self-mogulvation. Mogulvation is my word. So sometimes we have to push our own mogul inside of us. Sometimes there's not going to be people around you to push you. So you have to be able to push yourself. And I see that mogulvation in
Yeah.
you. What, what has been, I don't want to say the hardest part, but what have you learned about being your own boss? What do you think, has anything in life
Mm-hmm.
prepared you to be your own boss, and or has having to be your own motivator, what has that experience been like?
Well, I've had a lot of motivation from friends and family, but in terms of like the boss aspect of it, um,
Because you're
I'm a
responsible for
really
getting the
nice.
work done now, right? You have to wake yourself up. You got to make sure work gets
Yeah,
done. You got to meet
yeah,
your deadlines.
yeah,
You
and
know.
that's what I was leading to. Like the decision making process, and standing firm with your decisions, and not be swayed by anything, especially if what you're doing is uh I don't know, kind of like beneficial, or like you just have a vision that you see and you want to see it like in physical form. Um, I guess, trusting the decision making process, and standing firm in your decisions, because once you say, like Monday, Black Sock is going live, or Black Sock goes live August 3rd, once I say that, I have to stick with it and follow through, and actually deliver. And that was one of the biggest things where, maybe back in the working days, where something just didn't happen, and I was just like, okay, but I wouldn't fight for it like I should have.
Mm.
That's one of the things that I've learned and that I'm applying moving forward is just, this is what I want, fight for it. And some people may say something that you don't like, but that's okay, because this is what I'm doing and this is what I'm trying to do, and I'm gonna do it
This
and
is your
follow through.
baby. Yes, I
Yeah.
love that, right? You fight for your kids.
Right.
So, what type of sacrifices have you had to make over these last couple of months to get Black Stock up?
Um, sleep
Sleep?
being number one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, And outside of that, like, just putting on myself in different ways. I haven't caught up fully with that, but I have Black Stock Dev and design things going on, client projects going on, and then still trying to be social and let my friends know that, like, hey, I know I'm working hard in this thing, but hey, happy hours tonight. Let's go. Um, that's pretty much it. Just the energy aspect, because I'm sleepy.
Yeah, work-life balance is important. Trust me. I know. I'm literally coming off of. I had to stop drinking coffee for 3 days, so I could really feel my exhaustion. And then just
Hmm.
trying to flush that out
That
because
should
I
be.
work till 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning between Sire, between Mogulvation, between Black entrepreneurs driving together. I stay really busy, and I have a 15-year-old son. And so my work life balance sometimes isn't always balanced, but I do
Yeah,
days like
yeah.
what I'm doing right now where I'm like, you just need to breathe for a minute, you know? So that's extremely important. I'm glad at 28 you've got that. I'm 38, so hopefully I'll pick that up too. So okay, so let's talk about marketing real quick. What type of marketing are you doing? How are you letting people know about Blackstock, and or how can we help people know and find out about what Blackstock is doing?
In these beginning stages, it's mainly been through social media. Instagram was the biggest tool in getting the tool used and getting the message about Black Stock out, and Twitter, for my personal Twitter account, and just sending out the message, talking about it, and if someone wants to talk to me about it, like today, I'll always say yes, because the people are curious, they want to know, and I haven't talked about it in depth that much yet, about like the background of it, or even myself in contributing to Blackstock. Now I'm just really gauging all the feedback and seeing what people are saying and coming up with a plan that I could use moving forward. And then browsing around at some of the other tools, like somebody added to Product Hunt and sites like that. So I'm see which ones would work best with ease of use and not being able to stretch me too thin. Um, um, but I have a lot of stuff coming up, like videos. I was thinking about doing maybe like a hangout or something with potential contributors, so I can just show them how simple the platform is, and get to know them. So it's not just the person behind the email address, but we actually can talk and things like that.
So you are a perfect example of not waiting until everything is perfect, but you have an excellent platform, you have an excellent product, you have an excellent plan. And so when it was time to launch, you launch. Everything may not be exactly where you wanted, doing exactly what you wanted to do, but you saw an opportunity and you struck while the iron was hot. A lot of times as entrepreneurs, we
Yeah.
wait, right? Trying to make sure everything is perfect. And really, there's no such thing as perfect. You just have to go when everything is in a place of excellence.
Yeah.
And I think you've done that with Black Stock, with where it's at right now.
Yeah.
I love it. Let's
Thank
see.
you. Thank you.
You are so welcome. I'm so excited to have you here today. 28 years old, launched your own business. You have a great personality, beautiful smile. I'm so happy that you got up on this Friday morning to speak with little old me. So we've kind of
Well, it
talked
was my
about,
pleasure.
and you know what? I love it. I love it. Let me see what else is on here that I might want to ask you about. Is there anything that I haven't asked you that you'd like to share with the people, with the public, with the community?
That's such a hard question. um,
Is there something you want them to know? Is there anything that's going on the backside that people should know about?
oh yeah, sure. So I've gotten a lot of feedback about specific categories on Black Stock, and I just want people to know that this is just the starting collection. And remember how you just said sometimes everything doesn't have to be perfect in order to launch like a minimum value product. But it's growing, it's getting there. Talking to people and planning shoots and inviting other and at their variety of style. So it's getting there. It's getting there.
Awesome. So where can people find you at? What's your social media information? Where can people get in contact with you?
So the Blackstock social media accounts for Instagram is Blackstock Images, and Twitter is at Blackstock IMGS.
Okay. Yeah, Twitter, they don't let you have long names on Twitter.
Yeah, they don't, and it was just the S that was missing. So I was like, okay, I gotta improvise.
Right? Well, I so appreciate you getting up this morning and talking to me. I'm really going to start working to give more Black entrepreneurs the opportunity to be heard and to be seen and to get their message out to the public via, videos. I love Skype, and these Skype videos are turning out to be more fun than I even imagined, and opportunity for me to meet such great people all around the world. So thank you so much for sitting with me and talking this morning. You gotta love social media. I think we're in a couple different Black groups, and that's how we had the opportunity to meet each other. So networking is extremely important.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
I love it. So thank you again for joining me this morning. Thank you to everyone out there that has taken the time to watch this video. This is Mogulvation with LaNée Javet, CEO and founder of Cosire. We will see you next time. Bye-bye. Javet at I am LaNée Javet, and I just wanted to leave a quick word for you today, something for you to think about when you get down or you feel like you're tried.